takes me to the question. I need to calm down sometimes. It just needs to calm down and relax. You just need to read. Why are you laughing now?
Baby, calm down, boo.
Oh, Jesus. You guys just need to calm down and relax, man. And I'm saying that calm down like literally, December is here. Don't rush, because just don't rush.
No need to do December dirty.
No need to do like...
Try clean your December, don't dirty it.
Don't dirty it. All the things you could not achieve in January through the month of November that just ended, you will not be able to achieve it in just a few days.
You can't, sir.
You cannot.
Depends on what
you cannot. You cannot. You had 20 lists of New Year resolution. You've not achieved one. And is this December that you want to achieve the 20?
You can even take like one thing on that 20 list.
Okay, one you can take, but don't think that all the things that you had planned for you're going to achieve it in December.
I'm just trying to say so that we don't have people saying, "Oh, okay, the year is finished. Nothing happened from January to December. Man, just relax. Next year we go again." You don't go again next year. Still go this December. Make sure you tick off one thing on your chart, even if not one thing.
That's if you can. But if you can't, please don't kill yourself. Literally don't kill yourself. You still have 2024, and then you have to be a lot more deliberate and intentional.
You go still try put a 20 list for next year.
Maybe make it 3.
It's not about setting goals. It's about having smart goals. SWOT analysis. Come on Jesus. Now.
Somebody is in the mood.
Yes, I said today's Rise and Shine is giving us podcast time. How to move your life forward.
All right, so. We are very proud, very, very proud of Nigerian movies, Nigerian Nollywood industry, Nigerian, storytellers. And if you recall sometime early in the year, I think the first quarter of this year, or the first, I think it was February or thereabout, we had the special honor of hosting one of Akwa Ibom finest, who is based in New York. He's a movie producer, he's an actor, among other things, Jenkins Ekpo. And of course, one of the things we talked about was the fact that there were works in the pipeline that, was going to tell the Akwa Ibom story. And this work is finally ready. The trailer is ready, like it's going to hit the cinemas very soon. And we just like to talk to Jenkins Ekpo and his team of producers about the job. Of course, we know that Daddy Rich is already live with us. And of course, Jenkins and others are waiting to join the conversation. But just before we bring on Daddy Rich, let's take the trailer of The Beautiful Ghost coming from the stable of Jenkins Ekpo.
Wait. Our forefathers.
Now your papa be goat. I said now your papa be goat.
No, Mom.
Mrs. Bassi.
Say it again. Hey, baby. How are you? I saw your missed call.
Hold on, baby.
Hello? Why do you sound like that? Baby. Yubi, are you there?
Huh?
What's happening?
Abasi,
What happened?
UB has been involved in a ghastly motor accident.
I know it's tough, but you have to come inside. You have to come and eat. You can't do this. You're pregnant.
There's nothing more beautiful than having a husband there with you.
I know, but you can't do this. You have to take care of yourself and your family.
He was a good husband.
I said what family? Ubong is going to be buried in the United States of America.
But tradition that people just...
Traditions, right?
Yes, tradition.
I will do everything to protect my daughter.
You know by right, Ubong is supposed to be buried at home. But because of his request...
It was not a request. It was an express instruction from a dying man to his wife.
Agreed. Two wrongs will never make it right. It is not how long a snake is that you set fire to kill it.
the contract stated that after you guys took your percentage, I was to get 7 million.
What's the problem?
But I checked my account and it says 5 million. So what happened?
Where's my money?
Of course, the beautiful ghost there telling a beautiful picture, and of course, a beautiful story about a Kwaibom, a man who died and had a last wish given to the wife. But of course, the people had to talk about tradition and the need to bring him down. The drama that unfolded, especially with the people that owed him money and were trying to cheat the wife out of it. Of course, literally coming out to fight for his wife and for his inheritance. Let's make welcome joining us again all the way from New York City. Jack Nzepo, who is a Nollywood actor himself and also the producer of The Beautiful Ghost. Good morning, Jackins. Welcome to Rise and Shine Saturday.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing, Francis, and my beautiful sister?
Good to have you on the show.
I love your voice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now I'm jealous.
Sorry.
Don't be. Don't be.
Oh yeah. So
That's
we've just looked at that particular trailer, and I know we're going to be having you and the crew. So Francis, let me just allow you to finish with the introductions.
Of course, we also have Daddy Rich, who has just joined us. Daddy Rich, good morning. Welcome to Rise and Shine Saturday. I hope Daddy Rich can hear
Daddy
us.
Rich is with us this morning.
Good morning. I was muted.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yes. Yeah.
Welcome. How are you this morning?
Great. It's 2 a.m. over here.
Oh my goodness.
We're hoping we could have you up on the video so that we could see, your faces, and Nigerians can see your faces while we talk about this beautiful masterpiece that you have just, put together for us.
Maybe before we finish, I'll be able to get my face on the camera.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But then we're talking about The Beautiful Ghost. We've heard telltales about. Good morning, Jenkins. Good to have you on the video. Yeah.
Thank you.
So usually we've had telltales of ghosts. It's like a folk tale and a myth. People believe that, in some places people die and then they go marry in other places. We've heard those kinds of stories. And we've never really known whether it's something to believe or not. Jenkins, tell us, is this something that is actually a reality, or this script was written out of fiction but to tell and, sell an idea? Is this fictional, or this thing actually does happen?
Well, it's like a combination of fiction and reality. That's the story of The Beautiful Ghost. Because I when I wrote the script, I had to bring in my own experience. Like when my father died, I don't know if Daddy Rich will want to add up to what I've said.
All right, no problem. Daddy Rich, it's your time to take the floor.
This was very, very emotional movie for me, and the tradition. I'm from Edo State in Nigeria. The tradition might be different, but very, very similar. But the main issue of the idea of taking the body home or burying the body here in the United States is about same thing, and it's a really crucial issue that need to be discussed in our own community. I have seen it destroyed a lot of family, and I have seen it most people not understanding the aerodynamics of this whole thing. Back home, really don't understand what it is like. If somebody who been United States for some time, establish a family here, children are all American citizens, and the chances of them going back at home to Nigeria probably going to be once a year or not even. So a child that wake up on Sunday morning like I want to go put a flower on my father's where the father was. We want to wake up to go to cemetery to go put a flower. They have to get a ticket if just to fly to Nigeria to be able to put a flower on a grave. So people back home need to understand that part, and the people here too need to understand how the family back home also feel, how they want to get closer, how they want this person to be buried in their around where they are. I think somebody they have suffered labor for before he traveled. So things need to be discussed, and that is what the beauty of this movie is called, The Beautiful Ghost. So this is a movie that's going to bring down a lot of conversation to family, friends, and a community as a whole, and that is what is really really exciting about this movie.
Okay, now I love the interesting part that this is a relatable story to you personally, who has been part of the team. But let's look into the future. I know that this conversation of people dying and having to be flown back to their respective villages to bury has been a very serious one, and it's a long-standing one, and it's enshrined in our culture. Is there a possibility of balancing the situation? Because oftentimes we have to balance between the will and the wish of the individual and the cultural practice of where that individual is coming from. And like it's pictured in the movie, it was the wish of the ghost to be buried, there abroad, whereas the family, relatives were of the opinion that he should be taken back, to the village to be buried. So how can we balance this? Is there a possibility of maybe engaging, legislators to also look into issues like this?
Number one is open-minded, and being to coming to a compromise, and putting yourself in the other on the other side, not just me, what I want, what I want, what I want. So if you are able to put yourself and reason from the other side, and also reason from your side, a compromise will be reached. And again, I don't want to come here now and say that the wish of the dead is paramount, like is the final. I don't want to say that. A lot of people before they die make some wish down, but that wish might not be favorable to the family that he left behind, and and that need to be taken into consideration. So if that wish might destroy a whole family that you spend all your life building. Just one wish, you're going to destroy that entire family. I think once the debt is gone, it's up to that family to sit down and listen to both sides and see if they want to redeem, like respect and go with the wish of the dead, or all of them collectively agreeing that the wish of the dead will not favor the family, and this one will favor the family. So I'll leave it at that. you know
Okay, so there was a question we're speaking to Jenkins about earlier, and he wanted you to chip in something around the financial inclusion for this particular movie. He's talking about over $30,000 and having to traverse, shooting the movie both in New York and in Nigeria. The economy is really biting globally. It's not even just a Nigerian issue. So how would you say, as co-producer on the project, that you have fared in this particular season? And also, at the end of the day, what do we hope to achieve with the movie The Beautiful Ghost? And Francis also talked about using these kinds of projects to push legislations to regularize, or just both legislations and getting traditional rulers to be able to review some of the practices that we have in our various cultures.
On the finance part, it's been very difficult. Like he said, it's definitely over 30,000. I don't know how you made your calculation. It's way over 30,000. Um, um, you got to take into consideration now that some of the actors and actresses and crew members also was flown from here to Nigeria, and accommodation and all of that was also included. So shooting a movie in two different countries is very financially, it's financially very it costs a lot of money. And New York is one of the most expensive city in United States. So a minimum wage over here is probably what right now is about $15, and for about 16. Okay, so an actor, yeah, or an actress over here is gonna be you nothing less than about $55 to $60 an hour. So, and just talking and putting things together alone before a set really starts, sometimes you lose just like that, like 3 hours without you haven't even started anything. And most of these location tools are very expensive. So we went all out on this movie. We wanted a re-team. We wanted like a re-hospital. We wanted like to go to a law firm and all of that. So renting all these locations and very intensive. So financially is it was but it was doing like you said, this is gonna spike that that discussion we're talking about. So like all the way down to about this the government getting involved in this very particular issue that we are talking about. You're talking about legislation. So yeah, like I always preach, I'm a traditional person. I'm somebody who respect culture. I'm somebody who respect what we do. But there are some that are actually not good for us, and there are some that are at this age and time that we should just eradicate or get rid of. So we need to look into that, and this movie is going to spike that kind of discussion and bringing it to table. We're not saying they have an answer. The movie is not an answer to it, but it would definitely bring the conversation.
All right. Thank you so much, Daddy Rich. But let's come back to you, Jenkins. With the whole of this project, when you were conceiving this idea, what message exactly was primarily on your mind, and what do you hope for the Beautiful Ghost movie to achieve when it hits the cinema? What are your expectations for the movie, literally?
Well, first, let me just talk a little bit about the balance that you were talking about with the culture and all that. There's actually a balance in this story, because in as much as the ghost gave an express instruction that on no account should his corpse be taken to Nigeria, because he wanted a situation whereby when the children they grow up, they can always visit the tomb to lay flowers and all that. And he actually didn't want the stress of the wife going through all those tradition, whatever, and all that. But the thing is, there's a balance in such a way that even the village people, though they want the corpse to be brought to Nigeria, to be taken to Nigeria for burial, because that's the tradition, but when the problem is so enormous that they cannot even compromise, they cannot actually have the corpse brought to Nigeria. There's the balance where we hear in the story that the wife is supposed to travel to Nigeria to do all the rites, all the burial rites, even when she must have put to bed, to do all the burial rites, the tradition as it is done, just to like a case of giving to Caesar what is Caesar, and to God what is God. So that's the balance there. You have a balance there where the wife will have to go to Nigeria to do all the tradition and all the burial rites and all that, so as to honor the dead over there. So, well, when I wrote the story, I wanted a story away from the contemporary love stories that we see here and there. I just wanted something very unique, something people can actually reckon with, something very different. So that's why I came up with this story. And like I said, at a point I started linking it with my own experience. So we want a story to be told in a very unique way, and we're looking at reaching out to the big picture. So, that's why we went all out to make sure that the production is very resourceful in terms of the dramatic elements and all that. So our aim is just to tell a simple story in a very big way. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Absolutely answers the question. I think one question I also asked this morning is that at 75% done, the anticipation is growing because we've continued to talk about the movie The Beautiful Ghost. When should we anticipate the release of The Beautiful Ghost, and where exactly will we be finding this movie to stream, or what are the platforms that the production team is hoping to put the movie on?
Yes, first and foremost, once we're done with editing, post-production, and we have to, accelerate work on, having the premiere, in Nigeria and then in the US. Then after that, we're also thinking of doing, cinema, and then after which we'll look at, some international, market like Amazon, YouTube, and all that, and eventually maybe Netflix or so.
Okay, all right. Very great conversation we've been
So
having.
I don't know if Daddy Rich will want to add up to what I've said.
All right, no problem. Daddy Rich, it's your time to take the floor. We are talking about
Yes.
the end production of the movie. What are we to really expect?
The more thing is that we definitely want to do a premiere in both countries, Nigeria and United States, and if possible more than one state in United States. And the end goal is to put it on Amazon Prime or Netflix. But that is the goal, and that is what we're gonna do. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. We've been speaking with the scriptwriter, producer, and co-producer of the movie and project The Beautiful Ghost. Of course, the cast, the crew, the story, and the lesson to be drawn out of this. Of course, we've been speaking this morning to Jenkins Ekpo, who is the scriptwriter and the producer of the movie. And we've also been speaking with Daddy Rich this morning also. Thank you so much for coming on the show this morning. We absolutely appreciate you for staying up at 2 a.m. New York time and speaking to us in Nigeria. We do hope that this movie gets all the benevolence that it deserves, and let it drive home the lesson that we all hope that we can learn from this.
We appreciate. Thank you for having us on the program.
All right. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you for this opportunity. And like Jenkins said, you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, I guess Daddy Rich wants to join Jenkins. It's making me feel jealous this morning. But it's okay. It's okay.
Daddy Rich is a nugget
exactly
of New
the
point. Sorry, Daddy Rich has a title here in New York. He's a Enogie. The Enogie of New York. The only Enogie of New York.
Wow. That's a big one.
Which will
translate into
this point.
Oh, we lost the audio to get the explanation.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Francis. And I forgot your name.
Uyai.
Uyai. Thank you, Francis and Uyai, for having us.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. And we look forward to, appearing more.
Yeah, definitely. We do hope we can have some partnership also with the movie, and so that it can can be aired on Spectrum Television.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Whatever publicity that we can get for the movie.
Most definitely.
All right. Yes. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so
Great
much.
movie, something to look out for, The Beautiful Ghost. And for those of us who believe that ghosts, can come back to life and all of those kind of things. And I like what Jekin said, writing a story out of the norm, the normal fall in love, boy meets girl, this, da-da-da. But let's have movies also that are oriented in the history and culture of our people. These are movies that have an agenda, and that's what I absolutely loved about it.
Well, absolutely, but unfortunately, this is where we're going to draw the curtains on today's edition of Rise and Shine Saturday.
It's been a bumper ride.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. So go have your
Absolutely.
fun. Enjoy the movies, have a good time. Remember, you're the most amazing personality. Love yourself, love the people around you, and be good.
If you just flipped on your TV screen, go back to our YouTube channel at Spectrum Television and all the social media platforms that you can find at Spectrum TV Live.ng, and you'll be able to see everything that we talked about on Rise and Shine Saturday and every other content coming out of Spectrum Television. Until we return to your screens again next week Saturday, my name is Uyai Aniekan.
And I am Francis Oyima Adet. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Okay, now I actually appreciate this look better.
You Rise and Shine Saturday.
Now that takes me to the question.